Hey guys, the Bot Builder back, and welcome to Robot Wars Omega Maximum Overdrive, Episode 5. Now, last episode was really an eventful episode as we had both the US Championship and All-Stars semi-finals in one episode. Yes, that's right. And we now have our All-Stars Grand Finalists, and now we have our US Championship and All-Stars Grand Finalists. The two robots in the US Championship Grand Finals are Megabyte and Whiplash. And the two robots in our All-Stars Grand Final are Firestorm 6 and Spectre. But all four machines need a little bit more time to repair, so we're going to have one more episode before we crown an All-Stars and US champion. And this episode is certainly going to be an awesome one, as today is the mark of Rebellion. So let's get straight into it by taking a look at our fight card. And here is our main event, and yes, I did hint at it in the last All-Star special, but it is indeed going to be the mark of the Rebellion, the House Robot Rebellion. Two of our deadliest House Robots, Virus and Rhino, will take on two foolish competitors in Apollo and Carnivore in our main event. That should be one awesome fight, and that should hopefully be the fight of the ages. But as usual, we have 4 more fights until we get to that, including one of our Mayhem clashes, our penultimate Mayhem. Who will join the Annihilator? Will it be Foxic, Gabriel, or Lucky? Find out. That should be an awesome 3-way battle. We also have a special little rumble for you. It's an international grudge match. Yes, the Battle of the British. We have Behemoth representing England, Nexus representing Northern Ireland, PP3D representing Scotland, and Panic Attack representing Wales. That should be an awesome melee as well. They got some pretty decent melees this episode, let me tell ya. We also have our 4th and final War of the Weapons qualifier chucked in there as well. This one being the Crusher Crunch Up. Our 4 best crushers, Spectre, Razor, It Takes Two to Tango, and Tough as Nails will duke it out. And that should be an awesome clash, let me tell ya. But our first fight, fighting for the rights to take on Toxic Crusader and Corrosive in our Tag Team Terror final next episode. We have another Tag Team Terror Eliminator in with the team of Storm 2 and Tornado, Team Talk, taking on Team Animal Kingdom in Hammerhead 2 and Plan B. So let's get to the arena for our first fight. So, we're starting off today's episode with a Tag Team Terror Eliminator. Yes, we had one back in episode 2, where Toxic Crusader and Corrosive, the Tag Team Terror champions, the Toxic Twins, took out the live show poster boys of Apollo and Ripper to get to the finals. This is the decider match to see who will join them. And we have Team Talk, comprising of Storm 2 and Tornado, 2 of the best pushers. And they're going to be taking on Team Animal Kingdom with 2 animal-themed robots in Hammerhead 2 and Plan B. Now, you know the drill of these Tag Team Terror matchups. No house robots. We are using these corners. Same rules as ever. Tag your opponent to let them out. And if you don't, well, instant disqualification. So, yeah. We clear? Well, good. So let's get to the fight. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate. Oh, this should be a good fight right here. We have the Pusher, Storm 2, and Hammerhead 2. Well, the 2's basically going at it first, and Hammerhead 2. And now got a good grab right there onto Storm 2. And now the whole point of Hammerhead 2 is to use the weapon synergy. Grab them with the jaws and hit them with the hammer. But it's not really working, as I don't think Storm 2 are long enough to actually be hit by it. They've seemingly almost nearly engulfed the entire machine, and now Storm 2 are pushing Hammerhead 2 back. Now Tornado, they are using the vertical spinner for this, just to let you know, but they aren't let out their corner patrol zone just yet. Storm 2 flipping Hammerhead 2 up and over, using their front inch flipper. Right there, it's also used to help self-right the machine, but they can double it as a flipper, and now they are using it as a flipper to leave the jaw of Hammerhead wide open as sort of something to stop the robot from getting in, but now Hammerhead are still chewing down in onto Storm 2. They can't really quite land blows with the hammer though, and now Storm 2 coming with a good flip right there in onto Hammerhead. Hammerhead are in a bit of trouble right now at the minute, and Hammerhead tags in onto Plan B, maybe thinking that Plan B would be a better machine to take Storm 2 on with, and Plan B are now going to try and bring down the Crushing Claw, but they are kind of more bending Storm 2 out of shape instead of actually crushing them. Well, maybe that's better, I don't actually know. Plan B are now going to try and pierce right through Storm 2, and they are seemingly bending them up right now at the minute. Storm 2 not really the best to deal with crushers. And Plan B are a pretty strong crusher, it has to be said. And Storm 2 pushing Plan B back. But now they're tagging onto Tornado. Storm 2 have taken a fair bit of damage by the crusher of Plan B. But now Plan B are now going to try their mutt at Tornado. And they've got them in a good little grapple. Tornado are in trouble. And Plan B are trying to push Tornado around right now at the minute. But Tornado now coming in onto Plan B and slamming them with the spinner. Oh, and they flip Plan B up and over. But Tornado seems to be stuck. So does Plan B. Plan B are being slammed back into the arena wall by Tornado. The arena walls are honestly struggling right now at the minute. Oh, Tornado coming yet another good slam on Plan B. Very nearly going out of the arena just then. Now, Plan B, they are known for having very close tussles. And almost, they're basically the little bee that almost could, aren't they? Plan B are now going to try and bring the crusher right down into the tires of Tornado. And they brought the claws down into Tornado and they're lifting them up. Oh! Well, that is definitely not a pretty sight right there. Tornado left in trouble right at the end by Plan B. But Plan B, they can't seem to get the claw out. Oh, they do eventually cease. Now, it does go to the judges. Both sides of the team still alive. Look at the damage of Storm 2 right there. Oh, God, it's a bit of a grisly sight. They're all crumpled and that. But it does go to the judges. Both robots on each team were still working right at the end. And it is very close. This one is. And the judges have made their decision. You know the criteria. Damage, control, and aggression. Now say it with me. What do we normally have whenever we have a good close tussle like that? Yep, that's right. We have another split decision. And on damage, the judges believe that Team Animal Kingdom deserve to get the win. Especially from some good crushes from Plan B onto Storm 2 and Tornado. On control, however, they've gone for Team Talk. So it all comes down to aggression. Who was the more aggressive? Well, remember how I said that Plan B are almost always the little bee that almost could? Well, they almost could beat Team Talk, but they didn't get enough aggression points, meaning that Tornado and Storm 2 will be marching on into the Tag Team Terror Final next episode. We will see how they'll deal with the Toxic Twins then. Oh, bad luck to Team Animal Kingdom. Plan B did so well, but the judges felt that lack of aggression from Hammerhead costed the team in the end. Whereas both Storm 2 and Tornado were equally as aggressive, coming with several good rams. Oh, what a good fight to start off the episode. Now our next fight sees the welcomed return of War of the Weapons. Yes, we've already had the battle of the spinners, the flippers, and the axes, with Rapid, Cobalt, and Accident representing each weapon going into the War of the Weapons final. But we still need to give some love to the Crushers before the War of the Weapons final, and here it is, the Crusher Crunch Up. First of all, we have Spectre, probably the favourites for this fight. We did recently see them win their All-Stars semi-final battle to go into the All-Stars Grand Final. We'll be seeing them next episode, but they could potentially appear twice in next episode. That is if they win this. But they do have to get through Razor first, the original Crusher. Very strong crushing claw on this robot. They can't self-right and they are a bit old, but they are still a very good machine that should be respected. We also have It Takes Two to Tango. We saw them compete in a Robot Wars Omega versus Fan-Made Robot Wars special. They actually beat Accident, so if they win this, that could be a bit of a grudge match. They also do have success in SSRW under their Iron Mango guys. So hopefully they can replicate some of that success here. And finally, we have the Dutch Clutch, Tough as Nails. This is their first Robot Wars Omega appearance, but they have appeared in a request fight before where they fought Gravity and won. They do have a nice set of grabbing arms, the only horizontal crusher out of the four. And in the corner patrol zone for the CPZs, we might as well throw in another crusher. It's Growler. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. activate. So a lot of variety between the crushers. We got It Takes Two to Tango, who is a crusher lifter combo. We have Tough as Nails, who are a horizontal crusher, and we have both Spectre and Razor, who are both the more traditional crusher. And Spectre immediately getting in underneath Razor and slamming them into the arena wall. Meanwhile, Tough as Nails trying to grab It Takes Two to Tango. Tango 2, whatever. I'm gonna get the names. They got such a long name. What is with the Tango team and long names like It Takes Two to Tango and Tango Nerd and Sugar? Just call it Tango and Tango XS, I guess. Anyway, in comes Tough as Nails though, grabbing Tango. I'm not calling it by its full name because its full name is long-winded and dumb. And Razor are now trying to come with a good crush onto It Takes Two to Tango. And now in comes Spectre. And they're all ganging up. Maybe they see them as the threat because they have the added addition of a lifter. But Spectre coming in with a great crush right there. Meanwhile, Razor are now trying to crush down in onto Tough as Nails. And look at that for damage. They've crushed right through the front of them. That is some immense damage caused by the arm of Razor. Now, Tough as Nails are going to be more vulnerable. Meanwhile, Spectre are crushing down in onto Tango. Growler are going to come in for a little bit of a doggy nibble. And, oh dear, Tango are in a bit of a rock and hard place right now between the two crushers. Spectre have crumpled right down through. Meanwhile, Razor are now got a great grapple hold of Tough as Nails. And now Tough as Nails seem to be in trouble, but now Tough as Nails pushing them back. Tough as Nails is very lucky that they're still moving. That front piece is just for structural support. All the electronics are right there at the back, which Razor are getting very close to. Razor are now trying to grab Tough as Nails back. I am honestly impressed with Tough as Nails, how they're able to survive this. Same with It Takes Two to Tango. They've been crushed by Spectre, and again, Spectre coming in with yet another good crush, and another good crush. And Spectre grappling hold of It Takes Two to Tango. This robot, I reckon, looks really mean, and they could potentially do some stuff in the All-Stars. Razor are now grappling hold of Tough as Nails, but in comes It Takes Two to Tango, who lift Razor up and over. And Razor are in trouble. They are in trouble now, and Spectre are now coming in a good biting onto Tough as Nails, and now It Takes Two to Tango and lifting up both Tough as Nails and Spectre. And Razor are in trouble. But I feel they are just going to get saved by the bell. Or are they? I haven't really been looking at the time. Oh, yep, it is indeed going to go to the judges. Not after Spectre gets in another crush, though. With those two fangs. Oh, that was a lot of destruction. That shows to you that crushers can still be lethal in modern Robot Wars. Look at the damage. Especially to Tango. They got several holes in them. I probably should have reserved my joke about more holes than from... What's the joke even again? It was about Snakebite from the Swiss robot. Never mind. I forgot the joke. And that was caused by Razor breaking the front of Tough as Nails. But it does go to the judges. And it's going to be very hard for them to judge this one, as all machines did very well, did have their own moments. But the judges have made their decision based on damage, control, and aggression. Now the judges feel that Tough as Nails don't get the win. They felt they got beaten up a bit too much, and they also feel the same with with It Takes Two to Tango. So it comes down to both Razor and Spectre, who they felt caused equal amounts of damage during It Takes Two to Tango and Tough as Nails. So they're going to mark it based on their encounter. And the judges felt that based on the brief encounter that they did have, they felt that Spectre were the more aggressive. And because Razor did end the fight upside down, whereas Spectre ended with a dominant crush, they did end the stronger. And they were the stronger throughout, especially wedging in underneath Razor, meaning that Spectre get the victory, and they win, and they go to the Crusher Crunch-Up final. But what a very close fight, and I bet the Razor team are going to be disappointed with that. But how can you be disappointed with the sheer amount of carnage that fight had? But well on to Spectre. They fill in the final spot in our War of the Weapons final. What an absolutely destructive fight that was. And what a close judge's decision it was too. I bet there are going to be some people who won't agree with that decision. But either way, We must still carry on. And yes, that was a very stereotypical British reference, as we are going to be going very stereotypically British, as this is the Battle of the British. Behemoth from England, Nexus from Northern Ireland, PP3D from Scotland, and Panic Attack from Wales. This is a one-off rumble to see, well, which part of Britain truly makes the best machines. And each part of Britain has nominated one machine. It should be a very good rumble. We have the Scooper Behemoth, the Flipper of Nexus, the Undercutter Spinner of PP3D, and the Lifting Spikes of Panic Attack. And it should be one awesome fight. And in the Corn Patrol Zone for the CPZ, wonder what side she'll be on. It's Matilda. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate. So this is just a nice little one-off event, this is. Just a good little rumble between 4 robots from different parts of Britain. So it should be a very good bit of fun. Although we all know what Britain are like when it comes to friendlies. And in comes Panic Attack on with a good lift right there and onto PP3D. Meanwhile, Behemoth have chucked Nexus up and over and they're upside down. But they do get back up and over. Nexus representing Northern Ireland. Behemoth representing England itself. And now kind of a great flip right down onto Nexus. Nexus do get back down. Panic Attack, meanwhile, have gotten a good lift right here and onto PP3D, who are revving up their spinner. And they're now trying to come in at the side of Behemoth. Nexus now getting in underneath PP3D and flipping them up and over. Nexus self-rising though and PP3D getting chucked away. Panic Attack, Nexus mistiming a flip onto Panic Attack, and that could prove costly. Especially as Panic Attack has just flipped Nexus up and over. Behemoth coming with a good little lift right there and onto Panic Attack. We did see Panic Attack in the last episode. They did look impressive, got some good lifts, but their lack of a stream it cost them. We've also seen PP3D in a War of the Weapons match, where they were flipped out the arena by Cobalt. We haven't seen Behemoth or Nexus yet this series, and Nexus coming in with a great flip right down onto Behemoth, and are they going to try and get them out of the arena? No, they couldn't quite do it. Behemoth now flipping Nexus up and over. PP3D going after poor Panic Attack. I think Panic Attack are upside down and immobilized. In comes Matilda now hitting Panic Attack with the rear spinning flywheel. So I think it is down to Nexus, Behemoth and PP3D, and PP3D look very destructive right now at the minute. Revving up the spinner, Behemoth are in trouble. And now in comes Nexus coming in behind onto PP3D, flipping them up and over. Behemoth using their lifting scoop to self-right, but Nexus chucks them clean out the arena. What a flip! This is a very strong debut from Nexus. This is their first fight in the Robot Wars Omega Warzone, and it is a very impressive debut. Nexus very similar to Hit, who essentially are their robotic brother. Matilda are still trying to deal with Panic Attack. Is she going to get them out? Yes, she does. PP3D are honestly struggling here at the moment to deal with this robot. Nexus, they are Antway Anarchy veterans as well. They've won the International Inferno and the Battle of the YouTubers in the past. And Nexus chucking PP3D up and over once again. And again, PP3D getting flipped away and out the arena. And I bet 2 Penny Milk will be happy with the result of that. What a great flip that was by Nexus, chucking PP3D and Behemoth out the arena. They aren't competing in Series 2, but they are going to try and apply for Series 3, and that performance, I bet those robots better be prepared. Probably should fit some bigger flippers on to try and counter this beast. But Nexus, they win the Battle of the British, and it certainly was a very good victory at that. So after that fun little rumble, we're going to have another rumble, but this one certainly does have a lot more stakes to it, as this is the Mayhem battle. Now, we already know the rules of the Mayhem. The winner of the Mayhem will go straight into the Annihilator. We already have some pretty good machines in there, like Duck 2.0, Stinger, Death Roll, and Liftoff. There are only 2 spots left, and one of them will get filled today. I mean, so will it be Foxic, the Danby machine, or will the Danby curse strike yet again? Heat finalists of Series 1, before being beaten out by Spectre. They're hoping to do a bit better here. There aren't any crushers, so maybe they could do well. We also have Gabriel. They're in the same heat as Foxic, but they've never actually fought them. They were also beaten out by Spectre in Series 1 and lost in the Losers Rumble after flipping themselves out the arena, which isn't the most ideal thing to do, but they're hoping that doesn't happen to them here with that big swinging axe. Very reminiscent of Stinger, who might remind you are already in the Annihilator. And finally, we have the ironically named Flipper Lucky. Well, he did actually get a bit lucky in the last series, Series 1, as they too are also another Heat finalist, beating Plan B and Exterminator Remastered before being eliminated by Donald Thump. Although they did get a little bit unlucky in the 10 Robot Rumble after their flipper broke, but the team say they fixed it and it shouldn't happen here. Wow. Wonder how many times I've heard that where Roboteers say they fixed something only to have it not fixed. Well, overseeing this fight, we have Matilda and Growler. I mean, we haven't seen Virus or Rhino yet this episode. That's because they're preparing for the main event, which is going to be right after this. But first, let the mayhem begin. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate. Now, interesting fact, both Foxic and Gabriel do have experience in the middleweight championships. They both competed with Seraphim and Foxy respectively. Seraphim didn't do too well in the middleweights this year, but Foxy did, reaching the top 8, the grand final, before being beaten out by Minimoth. Lucky they haven't made a middleweight yet. I mean, they could do in the future, but they're currently trying to deal with Foxic right now, and Foxic getting flipped up and over by the 4-bar lifter of Lucky, and Gabriel now trying to swing down in onto the Fox and in onto Lucky. Now, Lucky and Gabriel have fought each other in a Family Robot Wars before. They fought in the Grand Slam whiteboard matches. That time, Lucky did come out on top, but with an extra machine in the arena. How will that change? Well, I don't think it'll change that much, considering Foxic are out the arena, so that just leaves both Lucky and Gabriel now, and that was a great flip right there from Lucky, the 4-bar lifter, flipping Foxic clean out the arena, and now they're trying to deal with Gabriel right now, but Gabriel are a tougher machine to flip out Foxic. They're a bit more of a traditionally designed machine, so they are going to be a bit easier to flip out the arena than this weird and wacky Axel bot. But I think Lucky are going to do it anyways! Yes, they do! Oh, and now they're going after Growler! Oh, they're going after Growler! Oh, Growler! Gets turned up and over. Matilda! Still with this cheeky little robot! Oh, yeah, get out the arena, Lucky. No one takes down Matilda's fellow anthropomorphic house robot friends. Cease. I think it's pretty clear who the real winner of that fight was. It's Matilda. Chucked Lucky clean out the arena. But Lucky is still the winners of that mayhem, and they go into the Annihilator. Should be interesting to see how they do, and it should be interesting to see if their luck will finally pay off. But now it's time for our main event, and this has been one I've been wanting to see ever since I did all the draws for this, did all the fights for this, as this is the ultimate main event to end all main events. The Mark of the Rebellion, the House Robot Rebellion, Virus and Rhino in the arena together, and they're taking on two competitors in Apollo and Carnivore. Now, Apollo, we always do know that they do have the tendency to take on house robots. They've flipped many house robots before, and they feel that they can take down both Virus and Rhino. In fact, they claim they can get them both out the arena, so we'll have to wait and see about that. Dave Young, I believe that's his name. Whereas Carnivore, the utter cheek of it, they claim that their drum spinner is way more destructive than our house robots, and they should be a house robot instead. Ah, these cheeky competitors. I think we need to teach them a lesson and put them in our place. Go on, Virus and Rhino, do it! Do it! Take down these two competitors! Oh, God, whoops, sorry. Sorry, I guess my bias just slipped out a little bit. But yeah, unlike the Tag Team Terror matchups, no tagging in this. It's just going to be 2v2, no tagging. Oh, come on, Team House Robots. Oh, God, whoops, sorry again. Jeez. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1... Activate. So these stupid, foolish competitors reckon they can take on our house robots? Well, well, maybe they can take on Virus, but not the sheer tank that is Rhino. Look at that, slamming them. slamming Carnivore into the arena wall. Apollo using an interesting tactic of the flipper there. Oh, come on, Rhino. Don't get yourself flipped over. This isn't part of the plan. You're meant to take down these foolish competitors. Go on. Crush them. There we go, Virus. That's what we expected to see you do. And, oh, Carnivore going after the Shremek of Rhino. No, Rhino, you can't lose to a machine like this. Right, Carnivore trying to chew up the front, ramming nose of Rhino. Rhino slamming Carnivore into the arena wall. Virus are trying to lift up Apollo, and they have lifted them up. And Apollo, their flipper is showing, and Virus have got him with a good grab. And now Carnivore trying to hit the side of Virus. That was a good hit right there. But now they are in trouble and at the mercy of Virus. And that was a good slam right there from Rhino, slamming Apollo into the arena wall. And it was a good start by our competitors, but it's not going too well. Oh, but a good flip right there from Apollo, flipping Rhino up and over. But how will this carry on for them? Well, Carnivore seems to be in trouble. They do have a very powerful drum spinner. This is their Robot Wars Omega debut. Now hitting. Oh my god! Virus, you've lost your head! Oh, no! No, come on, Rhino, rectify this! Rectify this! Virus has lost his head! He can't see where he's going! Virus, mate, are you alright? Oh, Apollo now trying to get in underneath them. Oh, but they flip themselves up and over, and a huge slam right there from Rhino. But, oh, the Virus, that's the first time that's happened, I think. They've lost their heads. They've lost their heads. But now, Virus are now trying to deal with Carnivore. Carnivore now hitting the side of Virus and are trying to shred into them. Meanwhile, Apollo getting right in underneath Rhino, and oh, a good little flip right there. And Apollo self-rising though, but Virus now coming back and lifting Apollo up. This honestly has not gone well for the House Robots, but to be honest, it hasn't gone the best for the competitors either, as now Apollo are in trouble. And honestly, are the judges going to have to decide who wins this House Robot Rebellion? No! Virus! Virus! You shit buffoon! You just flipped yourselves out of the arena in Apollo. No! Apollo! No! 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 Cease. No! The boasts were right. The boasts were right. Apollo claimed that they were going to flip both House Robots out of the arena. And they did. They flipped out both Virus and Rhino out of the arena. That was an embarrassment. That was a complete and utter embarrassment. Boo these competitors, I say. Boo them. Like, poor Virus and Rhino. They're really nice people. They're just... Sure, they attack every robot that moves. Sure, they hate any robots. Except for, well, their other House Robots. But they're good souls. You didn't have to treat them like that, competitors. You know what, Apollo? You know what? Stop looking at this. Bye. This episode's over.